Bengals are now on the clock. The 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 Bengals are now on the clock. Bengals are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock.
The opening. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. And Phil, it's the start of a whole new season. There's a sense of renewal in the air and all kinds of hope. And how do you feel about getting this season underway?
Jim, this is like Christmas, man. I go down there, open up a present. I have no idea what's inside that box. And that's what the coaches are thinking. They're not sure about their football teams. They don't know, but they're going to get some of those answers here today. And whatever happens, don't judge your whole season on it. Realize it's just one game. Make the corrections and move on.
Here comes the former Kansas State quarterback, Josh Freeman. The Bears are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. At long last, the season is underway. Ball complete. A hit knocked the ball out. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. The Bengals defense now is going to go nickel. 2nd and 10. Trying to work that left side. Good piece of tackling. This linebacking core is the heart and soul of this defensive unit. Moreno's lined up as the single back. Throwing now to his left. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker.
Well, that's the way to stand in there for the quarterback. He knows he's going to take the hit. He still throws the football down the field and gets the completion. Let's put it this way. If you can't do that as a quarterback, you won't be playing in this league.
Looks around, under fire on that throw. Jones going to get set in the slot for this snap. Josh Freeman's going to take it from the shotgun. Sticks to his hands.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Throw the short pass, even though it doesn't result in a first down. Now on 3rd and short, all of your passes are in play instead of just the 3rd long where you only have like 3 or 4 plays you can go to. This defense you're playing against, they're pretty good. So it's 4th down near midfield. Punt the football.
He wants to return this one. This is a big-time return. Dalton's going to be leading the team today, of course. 3 years of competition in this league, and now starting to find his rhythm. 1st and 10, Dalton still got the football after the play fake. That ball was going the other way. The tackle was made.
That was a terrible throw by the quarterback. When you're off target like that, you deserve to throw an interception.
Moreno's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. 1st and 10. Moreno's taking the handoff.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
Moreno's handed the football. And the tackle is made right around the 39-yard line.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
They bring him to the turf.
That was a nice throw by the quarterback that time to get just enough yards to pick up the first down.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. He'll throw it over the middle. Deion Jordan puts a stop to that one.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
The Bengals with a nickel look here on defense. Freeman's going to take it from the gun. Getting sacked.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out, too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Stands in the pocket, and he's going down again. Lining up for the field goal, Connor Barth. An empty possession for the offense. Andy Dalton will be under center. Lynch is going to take the handoff now.
When you're going against a really athletic defense, there's nothing like reverses and the counter run game, because they see it, they go, and you counter it, and that's why it works to perfection.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line.
Well, the only thing I can say about that play, it was better than an incompletion. The quarterback gets the completion, and they pick up a yard or two.
3rd and 2. Going to take off with it. He steps out. The Bengals are at the line of scrimmage, trying to catch him off guard with the Wildcat. He's brought to a halt.
Well, I like the decision that time to go for it on 4th and short. You got some big old hogs up front. They're pretty strong, so it's 4th down. Go for it, and you pick it up.
Getting a look at the Wildcat here. They tackle him for a loss.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on 1st down.
2nd down following the run. Trying to make something happen. Taking off. And that's a gain of maybe 5. Halftime, 2 minutes away. Austin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Dalton looking long. Incompletion there, just not quite able to get the feet down.
Well, you must, on the offensive side, throw the football deep 3 or 4 times a game. That time, they're just not able to connect on the deep throw.
Meacham's a receiver in the slot. Andy Dalton in the shotgun formation. The Bears turn the ball over on downs.
Well, that's 4 plays and out for the offense, and that was bad. Bad play calling, bad play, bad execution. Go to the bench and try to rethink what you're doing.
Freeman from the gun. And the tackle is made at the 41.
Slow.
Jones in the slot. Josh Freeman's going to take it from the shotgun. He'll fire it out to the left. The Bears now move the chains.
What a good job of the quarterback that time. He saw the defensive back inside the wide receiver, and he leads that wide receiver to the sideline on that corner route.
Freeman's back in shotgun formation. Catch is made, and they knock him down just a yard away from the first.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed a pass, but it still did not get a 1st down.
From the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. He's got the grab, and he's got the first.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. Freeman's going to throw once again on this down. And that's a gain of 9. The Bears call a timeout and are left now with only 1. The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And he's intercepted. Fights through that hit. They've got him down there. And a touchback. Andy Dalton will be under center. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The throw to the left. Great coverage there on that pass attempt.
There are a lot of ways to attack cover, too. You can go deep down the middle where neither the safeties are, or if a linebacker covers somebody deep down the middle, then throw it short underneath the defense.
And it's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. Defense got a bit of a blow and now readies for the next play. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. He fires it in there tight. The Bengals signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. Lynch is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
It's now second down.
Dalton's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Brings it into his body.
And they came up a yard short.
Going to need a lot of leg on this field goal try.
Comes up short.
Gain of 18. And with the second quarter coming to a close, we'll step away for halftime and return to the Windy City for the start of the second half after this. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
First down coming up.
Gets away from the pressure. And he'll step out of bounds.
That's second down coming up.
On the run, working that left side. Incompletion on that hurried throw.
It's always dangerous when your receiver's running the drag route and you throw it too far in front of him. You most likely are just going to lead him into trouble.
Offense lines up here. Lynch. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
Very few teams in the league can do this and run the football for first downs. Anytime it's in a situation, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, they don't even think about run because they're not tough enough to get it done. They have to throw it. Nice job by this offense. Good job by the quarterback completing that pass against the zone defense. Look for the open space when you throw against zones. That's what he did, and he got the nice completion.
They're going back up top. Throws to the right. Catch is made. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Well, when you get a couple first downs on a drive, it just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. Terrible throw by the quarterback. Terrible route by the wide receiver. Oh, wow, what a shock. The football was incomplete.
Dalton will take it from the gun. Has the catch, but the feet are not down.
Always protect against the deep ball first. That's what the defense did this time. They were alert. Nice job. The result, just a long incompletion.
Incomplete.
Terrible job by the offensive line. Your quarterback needs more time than that. Another incompletion.
Meacham's lined up in the slot. Andy Dalton in the shotgun formation. That's an interception. In on the stop.
Well, nowadays, your linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebacker.
That's a tackle at the 48. Moreno lined up in the backfield. 2nd and 4. And he's going to be brought down.
I'm not going to blame the offensive line. They did their job, but the problem was the secondary. They were all over the receivers, nowhere for the quarterback to throw it. That is truly a coverage sack.
Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Well, when you run the football on 3rd and long on the offensive side, if it doesn't work, it is ugly, and we will sit here, guys like you and me, Jim, we'll second guess the play call, but that time it was good, and they barely pick up the first down on the run.
So the coach's challenge backfires. They'll lose the timeout. And they failed to overturn the call on the field.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
They'll stay on the ground on first down, bringing the play to an end.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
After running it, it's second down.
Looking to the right side and throwing. He had no time to get set.
He did everything right, didn't he? The cornerback that time. He was physical. He stayed on the wide receiver. He was reading the quarterback, so it was easy for him to knock the throw down.
3rd and 9. Challenging the defense. A takeaway. Nice tackle.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
Andy Dalton will be under center. 1st and 10. Marshawn Lynch takes the football. They break through. Tackle it behind the line.
Now the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
Second down coming up.
Here is the first snap of the final quarter.
Number 24 on the carry.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
From the shotgun. In trouble now. Good, solid tackle. Short of the first. And now we've got a 4th down situation. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Looking for an open receiver on the right. So that's not going to get it done here. And the offense is going to turn it over on downs.
Well, they don't get it on 4th down. That was a quick drive, wasn't it, Jim? That was just bad play calling, bad execution, and go to the sideline. That's where you deserve to be.
Breaks free. Touchdown.
There is nothing like getting a long running play for a touchdown. When you do, you just feel like you're stealing something. It takes good blocks, but most importantly, it takes a talented running back to get it done, and this team definitely has one.
Nifty move past the defender. He had nowhere to go, and they deck him at the 16-yard line. 2 tight ends, 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
I think this is one of the easier throws in the NFL. Don't make the mistake throwing it up the field. Throw it across the field so the receiver can run to it. That time the quarterback leads the receiver way too far on the post route.
Quarterback drops back, play action. That ball is rifled to Miles Austin, who makes the catch.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up.
And he's taken down.
Oh, there's nothing worse as a quarterback to have pressure up the middle from an interior defensive tackle. Hard to see down the field, can't make a decision, and that time it leads to a sack.
Ball is caught.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by them.
Time is running out here in the 4th, and the defense is trying to preserve this win. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This game is closing in on a finish, and the defense can make one play and basically end the game. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
I think you can just tell by the body language and the way he's acting, that is an upper body injury. Hope it's not severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Pass is made, and it's incomplete. The hit jars the ball out. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. 3rd and 6. Inhales the pass.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
This will be the 8th play of this drive.
Cincinnati is in for the score.
There's no doubt about it. When you score like that to tie up the game, it shifts momentum. And it's all up now to the offense of the other team to get back out there and get the momentum back on their side.
The Bengals have to take their final timeout. That's it. The Bengals for the point after.
Extra point was good.
These two teams have been battling it out all day long, and now in the waning minutes, the game is tied.
Yeah, it is, and it's, hey, look at all the big plays we've had here so far today, and I think just in the waning moments, you know what, we'll see one more big play that's going to decide this game.
On first down. Freeman standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Incomplete. Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I just spoke with a Bengals official. He's confirmed that the injury is a dislocated elbow. Now, guys, this is a fairly common injury in football, but they'll still need an MRI to know if there's any ligament damage. Bottom line, this type of injury so early in the season is bad news for this team.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Freeman's got it in the gun, eyeing that left side. With two hands, he has it. He's stacked up at that point. The Bears coming to the line still have all three of their timeouts here in the fourth quarter. First and 10. The pass doesn't find a mark.
You are not going to be an accurate quarterback, of course, when you're under this kind of pressure. Doesn't even have time to set his feet. Another throw offline.
Freeman from the gun. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Tackle down right around the 47. Jones is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Josh Freeman's going to take it from the shotgun. That pass was hurried. Thomas Morstead will punt this one away.
Send it to the 20-yard line.
The Bengals come to the line of scrimmage in the fourth quarter and out of timeouts. Looks to his left. And it's knocked down, incomplete.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
Johnson's lined up now as a slot receiver. Takes the snap from the shotgun. And it's out of bounds, incomplete. Andy Dalton will be under center. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Pump fake, not yet. And they sack him on 3rd down. And they force the quick 3 and out.
I know a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, but when you take those blindside hits, they don't hurt as much as you think because you had no idea it was coming. Your body's loose, and you can absorb the hit.
Dalton's going to take it from the gun. But it's incomplete. The Bears are ready to return the kick. Makes a move and he's free. Josh Freeman will take a look now from under. There is a flag down.
False start, offense. Still first down.
First and 15 after the penalty.
They send the tight end in motion.
And the overtime period begins on this play. Picks up 9.
The margin of error against man-to-man defense is much smaller for a quarterback than it would be against zone defenses. That time the quarterback right on target. Good throw.
Second down and 6. Throws to the right. Davis there with the sure hand to pull in the rocket pass.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Moreno lined up in the backfield. Back to the air here on first down. And that gains a few.
Well, it was man-to-man coverage. Bad job by the defense. The defensive back so slow. No chance of keeping up with the wide receiver.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Second and 7. Moreno's going to secure the handoff.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play.
Setting up screen. Makes the catch. This is turning into quite a drive, Phil.
Nice job, Jim, by the offensive coordinator, just mixing the plays up and keeping the defense off balance.
First and 10. Moreno's got it on the handoff. Gains 5.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. Staying on the ground. He'll go to the left. Picks up the first and still has some room to run. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
So first and goal to go. Back to the ground now on first down. And here's a look at their red zone percentage to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon.
Second down now.
Pierre Thomas takes the handoff. That's a timeout by the defense. Nickel formation here for the defense. Third and goal from the 7. Right back to him one more time.
Well, that time the defense gets the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Listen, I blame this one on the quarterback. When you see the defense in a situation like that, you must change the play. Don't waste one in the NFL. You don't get enough chances as it is, and that one lost yards.
Bears ready to kick the football. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
Dalton's back in shotgun formation. Makes the catch in the open field.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it really serves the purpose. Picks up the first down, and now they have a chance to open things up.
First down and 10. Trying to work that left side. Challenges the coverage. It has the completion.
And he is tackled at the 14.
This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Well, that's going to hurt you tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Second down and 8. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. A tightly contested contest that has now come to a conclusion. Some
Pittsburgh, PA.
Here we are in Cincy for this matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals. Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Phil Simms, and we're under the lights tonight. A little prime time action coming your way, and I know you love being under the lights back in your playing career. What's it like?
I don't know about that, but, you know, I did like playing in the games, Jim. You know why? Because when you sit around all day long, the excitement builds. And also think about the atmosphere in the stadium. It changes, too, because you give the fans all day long to sit in the parking lot and to build that anticipation. So it just makes for an emotional, exciting game.
1st and 10. And the give to Frank Gore. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line. Here's a look at the Steelers' offense. A model of efficiency a week ago without a single giveaway. The Bengals lined up in the nickel. To the ground here. They knocked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look now at the defensive starting unit.
Third down following the run.
The give. Left side. That's a nice, powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, Jim, you're right. I'm going to give the offense a little credit here, but, you know, somewhere, I don't know, maybe the defense might have to put some weights in their pockets. You got to hang in there and make the tackle.
He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
So many things you could do on first down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
The defense comes out on the dime. 2nd and 12. The defense gets a sack.
Well, you see it all the time. When the offensive line can't stop the defensive pass rush, then you have your running backs hit a defensive lineman before they go out for the pass.
3rd and 20.
Another sack. The quarterback hits the deck for a second straight play.
Listen, there's nobody to blame for that except the offensive line. They got to give them a little more time. It's not that easy. You got to have a chance to see the receivers down the field. That time, not enough time, and you're right. Hits the ground once again.
He's going to be tackled right around the 46-yard line. Dalton's coming out now at quarterback. He hovered right around 50% completion mark last week.
It's first down as they head to the line.
Throwing now to his left. Austin's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
The post route, deep down the field, going towards the goalpost. It's not called enough in this league. Nice throw by the quarterback.
First down here after the completion.
Andy Dalton down the field.
Good job by the defense. They are all over the throw by the quarterback. They almost pick it off in the end zone. Well, that's a big opportunity missed. You drop a pass like that.
Here's the Bengals offense. They'll be trying to cut down on the turnovers. A week ago, they gave away the football 2 times. This starting lineup is brought to you by Snickers. Snickers satisfies. Here's how the Steelers defense. Last week, this group came up with 3 forced turnovers. Johnson's a receiver in the slot.
Makes the grab, and he is tackled at the 14.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He doesn't panic. He reads that it's a zone, and you have to wait for the receivers to get in between the defenders. Nice throw and catch.
Only a yard.
Good job by the defense that time. Everybody's expecting a pass. They were ready for the run, and they stopped the offense for a short gain in the red zone.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
Tipped away. Anytime you get a chance as a defender in your own end zone to knock it down, that's what you do. Nice play by the defensive guy.
He'll fire it out to the left. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals.
That was a sweet touchdown right there. Just a nice throw by the quarterback. He put it right on the money. The receiver makes the catch. Beautiful touchdown.
That's a touchback. Ryan Fitzpatrick under center. 1st and 10. Frank Gore gets it here. And he spins away. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 3 following that nice run.
Tight ends in motion here.
Gore. And that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker.
Well, they call you an outside linebacker for a reason. That means you play outside and you stop the wide runs by the offense, and he did it that time. Good job. Makes the tackle.
3rd and 3. He'll fire it out to the left.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
Fitzpatrick's back at it now, dropping back once again.
You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
2nd and 5. Looking to the right side and throwing. Great pass, great catch, great control.
Nice job by the quarterback, finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
And a flag is down.
False start. Offense.
A lot to overcome here, especially that penalty, and it's third down.
Fitzpatrick's going to take the snap from the shotgun. The throw to the left. Forgot to catch the football.
You're near midfield. It's fourth down. What do? I got the answer right here. You punt it. Play field position. Make the other offense drive the length of the field to score.
Two-minute warning. Meacham's in the slot. First and 10. Dalton looking long, but it's incomplete.
They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job of the defensive back.
There's a call we don't see all that often. An illegal forward pass.
Yeah, that's right. The quarterback that time was past the line of scrimmage. He lost his judgment where he was at on the football field. I can understand why. Trying to avoid so many hits. Didn't realize he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Johnson's lined up in the slot. Dalton will take it from the gun. Working that left side. That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
This is what they call managing the game. The head coach decides to go for it on fourth down, and you just got to expect either way that you're going to make it, or if you don't make it, what are you going to do?
Makes the catch inbound.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. Fitzpatrick standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
The defense comes out in the nickel. 3rd and 7. Challenging the defenders to the right side. A tackle that had to be made, and that'll set up fourth down.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
He converts here on the field goal try.
Steelers setting up here for the kickoff.
It out to about 27 before he's taken down. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Andy Dalton down the field, and they can't connect.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against this cover two. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
Meacham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. On 2nd and 10, setting up a little screen.
Tackles made.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this. Are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
Here's the first snap after the big play.
Andy Dalton in the shotgun formation.
Brings it in.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
The Steelers defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
Makes the grab. Someone's been in. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, you got a lead. Now you're able to go out there and drive down the field and score it. Touchdown. This changes how the other team is. Going to manage the game from here on out.
The Steelers set to return the kick. He'll take a knee here. And that means the offense will start the game at the 20.
Ryan Fitzpatrick under center.
Now 1st and 10. Out of the eye, they give it to the tailback. Heading right. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
Play this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front. And that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Gore's taking the handoff. So that's going to do it for this first half. We'll be back with our halftime report after the break.
Steps out of bounds. First down on the way.
The third quarter begins with this play.
He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short gain, it served a purpose.
And he's brought down by Antoine Buffet. That last play was a run. 3rd down coming up. Airing it out. Almost intercepted.
Coach is going to have a hard time calling deep throws down the field when the quarterback shows he can't even get it out there. That time he underthrows the football badly.
He's going to try and return this punt. And he's going to give his team great starting field position on that return.
Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
In this game now, it's just so spread out. Everybody is so fast. You just can't avoid it. Concussions are just part of the game, and I hope he's okay. This is
This was a good game to watch today. Competitive all the way to the end.